Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee Podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of March 31st, 2026. As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Pit Girl, Big Sky Bridget, producer Arthur, and special guest, Bowling Green long snapper George Carlson, and specialer guest, I don't know, specialer, George, I'm sorry, Pudge the Cat. George, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
We're hanging in there. This has been something that we've all been very excited for once we heard about this, because we followed your career intently, and of course we followed Pudge's career intently as well.
I don't know that I have ever been more excited for any individual episode of the podcast than this one.
It's true. Like, we love when we have guests on, we're like, oh yeah, cool. It's gonna be so cool to talk to them. And then Kamish like DM'd me and was like, Pudge, and I was like, no way, no way.
He's just so funny. I mean, oh my goodness.
I mean, how can you not love Pudge, honestly?
His
So
face
before-
is really the big thing. You know, people
It's
just love his tongue.
100%.
Tongue
Yeah.
sticking out. They're special breed of cat. You know, the exotic short
Yeah.
hair. They're not common. But they're built to be this more compact cat. They have, their smushy face, their big cheeks. That I think the biggest thing is he's got those big chubby cheeks, and they're
Mhm.
really funny. I just
It works for me too. I have the big chubby cheeks and
So
the ladies love
sweet.
them. What can I say? George, for our listeners who don't know the story behind Pudge, how did this start this year and how did it take off?
Yeah, so I've had Pudge. I had him in Bowling Green. He was my personal cat. He lived with me. He's been great. He's always hanging out, chilling. He's a perfect vibe. He keeps you lowered. He keeps you steady, especially in the football season. But basically, what had happened is I was already thinking about bringing him into the football facility. My dad had come up that week, and I'm like, I think I'm going to bring Pudge in. And it actually worked out perfectly. We had a practice where a player ended up going down, and it was kind of a bigger injury, one where we stopped practice and we were done. We didn't come back in for practice that day. It was fall camp, so you're in there all day, and we cut it. And then the next day ended up being just like an off day. We came in, it was just for lunch, treatment, and then we end up going home. No meetings or anything. So I said, what perfect time to bring Pudge in, So I brought him in, and I was just kind of hanging out there. Everybody kind of came through. If you wanted to hang out with Pudge, you could. If you didn't like cats or just wasn't your thing, you could go right by and go to lunch. But he hung out in my locker, and then I ended up having my teammate Finn Hogan, who has a big following on social media everywhere.
He
Basically.
has a lot. Like he keeps coming up on like my suggested page. It's like I was like, oh, it's him. It's the guy that did the Jet 2 holiday thing with Pudge.
Yeah, he's everywhere now. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, he recorded the first video, and then that took off, and people really loved it. And then I was talking with my sister, and I'm like, it'd be really funny if we got a Pudge jersey, and she actually bought the Pudge jersey, and it was just like a dog Bowling Green jersey,
Mhm.
But she's like, go pick it up at the store. You need to put it on Pudge next week. I'm like, okay, I'll put it on Pudge, and then he has his jersey, and people are losing their minds. They're like, oh my goodness. And then the next video, I bought this cat backpack because I was like, well, I'll bring Pudge in more. And now people are going nuts because he's got his bubble backpack, and it's
Mhm.
like the funniest
It's so
thing.
good. It looks like some Star Wars thing. It looks so good.
He's on his way to space.
Oh, yeah. It was so hilarious. I got that, and then eventually I stopped using it. I don't even use it anymore because I realized he'll just sit on my shoulders. Now I just carry him around everywhere.
Oh, that's even better.
And that's
That's
what I
so
was
good.
doing in Tallahassee today. As I was walking around campus, and I had him on my shoulder and kind of just hanging out with my cat.
Okay, so George, you've been Bowling Green's long snapper since your redshirt freshman year, right?
Yeah.
When did you start long snapping? Like, how did you get into this specialized niche thing? We love long snappers, so we're always curious.
Well, that's great. I actually I didn't want to do it. I At first I played offensive line my whole life, and I thought that's what I was going to do. And thank goodness I did not, because it would have been so rough on my body and it would not have been fun for me. But my mom, she kind of knew I wasn't going to grow into a 6'5", 330-pound guy. I'm going to be 6 foot, and you know, I can't carry a good 250 pounds on me. So there's no way I'm going to get to 300 pounds. And she knew that. So she kind of started getting me looking at long snapping. She found a trainer, which ended up being the best one I think I can find of long snapping trainers in Illinois. His name's Nolan Owen, and I've gone to him forever. So that kind of started I think I started in 2018 when I really started training for it. So it was right after my sophomore season of high school. So that's when I started long snapping. So it was kind of new still. Even like now, mean, I did it 5 years in college, but I've only been snapping for like 7 or 8 years. Um,
Okay.
but that's how I got into it. It was kind of my mom pushed me into it. I wasn't really thinking of it, but then I'm like, this is the best position for me. I absolutely love snapping. I could talk about it forever.
Well, I mean, that's what we wanted to talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
it here.
we could
We love
genuinely listen forever.
like I did a preview of like every long snapper and punter in Division 1. And basically I just like, when like Pudge started to take off, like I noticed like you were in the Mac preview. Um and I love it. The main fascination with long snapping is like you really don't pay attention to it until something goes wrong, but I
Right.
like to pay attention to it when it's not going wrong, when it's going well. And nobody really does that, which the committee, like, we appreciate things that not everybody appreciates.
Yeah.
And the art of long snapping is always fascinating to me, and then like the training of it. Like when you're training long snapping, is there like a certain, like if somebody got like a radar gun, it's like, hey, you need to snap this like 47 miles an hour or you're not going to make it to the college? Or I mean, is there something like that? Is it that intense, or what's it like?
It's pretty similar to pitching in baseball. So, pitchers, it's very technical. They meet with their pitching coach every week. And that's what I always tell people. I'm like, long snapping is very closely related to pitching, technique wise. So, like, what I do to get better at snapping, there's a lot of drill work. And the stuff that I do is I'll snap a 6-pound medicine ball through my legs, and that helps with pulling, getting my elbow drive. So, when you drive your elbows, it's like a row. It's not, you don't want to pull up and throw. You don't want to straight arm it, or else you're going to throw it high and it's going to loop. So you really want that good elbow pull, kind of like you're on the row machine. So that kind of resistance bands and med ball help with that. So that's a big thing that I do. But I also slow it down. So I do a lot of kind of, we call them 1-2-3s and 1-2-3-4-5s, but it's basically like a 3-second snap. And you're slowing it down to different points. So it's like your start, then you have your pull, you have your mid range, and that's mid range is where your legs stop moving. And then you have the finish, basically where you're stretching your hamstrings as much as you can, and you're basically trying to just reach as far back to the punter as possible. And there's two different ways to do that. So like I use the way that I just explained, where I stretch the hamstrings and really try to pull back. But you'll also see guys who use legs a lot more, and they'll kind of time up those legs and they won't get through as much. And you see that more in college because you have release schemes. In the NFL, you start to see more of upper body only, using the stretch your hamstrings and really getting back to the punter, because it's quicker to get up to your block.
So our listeners might be wondering, what constitutes a long snap? Like, what is the distance in yardage we're talking about here?
Yeah, so what constitutes a long snap is anything over, like, I think it's 5 yards technically in the rule book, but I'd say anything that's like 7 to 15 yards. So
Okay.
there is a crazy rule that, and you guys might know this, but we were trying to do this in our bowl game. And if it worked, it would have been probably one of the craziest things you've seen in bowl history. But basically, we take our Harold Fannin, He was on the
Yes,
team that year.
you're the one in
And
Mobile. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, so this one was the Quick Lane Bowl in 2023, and
Mhm.
what we ended up doing was that we knew that if basically you can line up in a normal formation, and then you can pull the quarterback out and you can line somebody up 8 yards in the backfield, and that's a long snap now, and you can't be over the center. So you can try and get a penalty, a cheap penalty off of that,
Huh.
because nobody knows about it. So that was kind of a sicko type of play.
That'd be good.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yes.
nice.
Extremely, yeah.
So like an angled snap. Oh, I like
we
this.
love
Yeah.
niche rules.
Was this
Mhm.
Yeah.
this was
And
with
formation.
Scott Loeffler? And
Yeah, this was with Lefty.
okay,
Scott
okay,
Lefty.
okay. All right. So that was the Quick Lane Bowl. Was it the one against Minnesota or New Mexico State?
That was the Minnesota one.
Okay.
So I think we were cooking it up because we knew like we'd need some things to go our way because Minnesota is huge. I mean, we beat them in 2021, but they were pretty good in 2023. Even though they were 5-7, like 5-7 in the Big Ten is they still had a legit team. Their offensive line was humongous, and it was seen in the box score. I mean, their rushing yards. I think they had 400 yards rushing. I mean, it was like we were in the game, and the score reflected that it was a close game. But the whole game, you were like, these guys are just running over us almost.
Hmm.
So, what does a gym routine look like for a long snapper? Like, what are you working on?
I mean, he's mentioned the medicine ball. Are you
Right.
doing the rowing machine? But do you have to do the rowing machine upside down because you're a long snapper?
No, so like in the weight room, I do everything that a normal player would do. So
Okay.
I'm just going in there and I'm doing a lot of high effort, high intensity bench, just really trying to explode as fast as I can. So that's kind of what the main lifts are, is it's max velocity, trying to just really move it. And then you got your sprints, you got your jumps, kind of trying to stay athletic. So you have that, but when it comes to snapping training, like in the weight room, there are a lot of different things you can use. Like you can use resistance bands and you can basically snap. What we do is we tie three together. So you have one that attaches to the rack, and then you tie two bands onto that one. You hold it like horse reins, and then you go
Okay.
and snap with
Oh.
the bands. So that helps with your speed, explosiveness, and row. But I know like a big thing that relates in the weight room that I always do. I'm always just going crazy on the rope pushdowns like
Yeah.
that. I'm just getting my triceps huge with those. So those things are really big as well because it's that exact same motion. And then what I do is I try to make it like a snap. So I pull all the way up, get a huge stretch, and then I just explode as hard as possible down. And then I'm like 3 seconds up, and I just kind of really work on exploding as much as possible.
What is your least favorite situation to long snap in? Is it like punter on the end line, like the end zone line, that kind of thing where you're backed up?
That's a tricky question because it's like, oh man, I think, probably the worst situation to be in is like I think when you score one of those like a touchdown to make it 14-43 and there's
Mhm.
5 minutes left in the game and you've been cold and you're punting the whole game and you've gotten probably one field goal snap, the whole time. And those ones are always the worst. You get out there and the whole team's dejected and you're like, okay, I got to go score this PAT now. You know,
Gotcha.
that's the one I'd say because I really just love going out there and snapping the ball. I mean, it's the best thing for me. I love it dearly. I did it for 5 years and I started 4 years in college and it was just like every time I got the opportunity to go out there, I was like, I can't wait to get out there and snap and block and go try to make a tackle, which I only had two
Yeah.
and a half in my career. So
I thought the one would be like the one that we love to watch the most as a Sickos committee is like when the punter is standing on the end line and you're either snapping from like the 1 or like the 5 and you're just like, oh god, this punter is like, this is like almost, oh my god, it's going to be a safety. But like if you've done this long snapping for a while, like you have confidence, like no matter where it is, like I'm gonna get it to the punter, he's gonna get it out of there as
yeah.
fast as possible, right?
And even in like that situation, like the backed up honestly is an easier time for the snapper because like our snap is normally 15 yards, but now it's 10. So I feel like I'm like I always do 10s to warm up, and it's so much easier than 15. So I feel like I can really just rip it back there and get up as quickly as possible. And there's less kind of room for error. So even if your ball is tailing off that game, it's going to be right to him. There's no tail anymore because it's at 11 yards, because you're on the one. So I've always seen it as like an easier snap. In those situations, I'm like, okay, I can really get up and block this guy, opposed to the 15-yard snap.
See, I'm my assumptions were wrong, and that's why I asked the question.
Yeah. We're all
That's why I
learning.
asked. Yeah, I'm learning stuff here. I love this.
For the punter,
So-
I bet it's kind of crazy.
I'm sure the putter, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, they're all right here. But for the long snapper, you're like, whatever. Have
Yeah.
fun.
So the question we have is something we enjoy, is that you played in the MAC. We love midweek MACtion in November. That's something that we love. How about you? What was it like playing on those midweek games? What's the vibe like?
It's, I love it, and I loved watching it. Like I loved watching it on TV, but when you're in the environment, it's freezing, and there's probably 13 people in the stands. Especially, it's at
Mhm.
least better when your team's
Yeah.
doing well because you might pull some people in. But even I saw the same amount of people there when we've been a bad team and when we've been a good team. Like it doesn't pull in a lot of people. So the environment, you really just have to go out there and just play ball. There's no, juice from the crowd. You have to make your own juice. That's what Leffler always told us, is like, we have to build our own juice, bring our own juice, because you come out into the field going into Eastern Michigan, 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, and there's about 8 people there. It's like, you gotta come
It's
bring
gray.
your juice.
Everything's gray.
Everything's gray.
Yeah.
That's
Raining
right.
ice shards. Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to survive a quarter in Ypsilanti. We know that from the
We- yeah,
Maccoon. So
familiar.
yes, we're well aware.
We have
It's-
George. We have a lot of folks that follow us that are band kids. Because who watches more football than band kids? And
Yeah.
we also, I was a former band kid and a band director, and we feel too, because we're right there with you, being like, we're gonna juice this thing as much as we can on whatever night we're at, no matter who's in the crowd.
And that's what BG did really well. Like, BG has the second largest marching band in the country.
They're
So,
huge.
like, it's massive. And, honestly, like, there's some of the best people. I actually was in bands, for a while I played the drums, and I loved it. I just stopped my freshman year of high school because I went to a different school, and it was a different band director, and we didn't see eye to eye. I played sports, and then there were times where sports would conflict, and then he's like, well, if you can't, you're going to have to miss your game because, if you don't come to this, I'm going to fail you, type of thing. And I'm like,
Ah,
well, now I can't do band. Like, I want to do band.
Yeah.
I love playing
Yeah.
the drums, but as well, it got kind of like, in that last year I was in band, it started not becoming fun anymore because the guy would put me on these, like, I'd be playing the triangle. I get all
Yeah.
the weird ones. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, man. Like, I was playing the snare drum last year.
just tell me you don't want me here. Like, just
Yeah.
be honest with yourself and with me. And yeah, I had that happen when I moved schools in high school as well, because my first high school was very small. Half the kids were in band and sports and choir and all these things at the same time. And it's like, yeah, the pep band is just going to fluctuate depending on what sport people are playing this time of year. And then my second high school, it was huge, and everybody has to take everything seriously, like it's their entire life. And it's like, well, it's sports or it's band, and it's not both.
Yeah, that's
It
the
sucks.
toughest thing.
It doesn't feel good.
No.
It's
that's-
like, I love band, and
Yeah.
and that was the toughest thing. It's like, look, you gotta help people out. There's
Yeah.
sports people love. There's
Like,
I
and
remember-
football isn't all year.
And
Mhm.
we
Oh, yeah.
contain multitudes as people.
It's
Yeah.
true.
There
yeah, we
there
can
are
love so many things.
we
Yeah.
have in Texas. I'm in Texas. I taught in Texas. Did Texas band tradition, and depending on where you're at, we always had tons of football kids. I got to go to the small schools, the smallest schools in Texas. So high schools under 100 kids. Their football championship, and how many of those football players popped on a set of drums for halftime? Like, a bunch of them did.
Oh
Or
yeah,
grabbed their tuba or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. You have to.
and I
love
saw
kind of
that
thing.
at high school. The high school I was supposed to go to, and that I went to that middle school, they had made it work because they had a marching band in high school, and you would see a kid out there in his football uniform playing the trumpet, and I was like, that's so cool that they can do that. And when I switched schools, it was like, oh, that stinks. You're not going to let me, play sports if I do band.
Yeah.
It's
like we know that it's possible. You just don't want it to be possible. And
That's always the thing.
That's the biggest bummer. Yeah.
George, what is your favorite memory from Bowling Green football? What's going to stick with you the longest?
I'll say this past year, beating Toledo in that fashion was probably the craziest thing, and you talk to anybody in BG and they'll say, like, if the football team was to go 1-11 but beat Toledo, it's a win. Because, I mean, we just, in BG, we absolutely despise Toledo. I hate them. Every single time I played them, I've never met a nice person from there. All the players are just, they're all jerks,
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I'll be on field goal and these guys are all, trying to get in my face and stuff. I would defend myself, I'd really, I'd talk the talk, I'd really get into these guys. But I mean, every football player on Toledo is just a jerk. I've never met somebody nice on that football team.
I love it.
The only people that are good are the specialists, because specialists actually could be nice sometimes.
That's what I've always heard. Specialists always hang out, always have each other's backs. Yep.
There you go.
They understand civility.
Exactly.
Yeah, that comeback was crazy. That 21-point comeback, the game-sealing interception caught off like the Toledo's player's butt or whatever. Yeah. And then a walk-off safety to end it, and then everybody rushed the field. I mean, how could that not be a Sicko's Classic game right there? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was unreal. And like the last time they were at our place, it was the craziest comeback, and we shouldn't have lost that game. It's one of those wild games.
One. I think that was it like 32-31. That was a loss. Like y'all came back, and then they took it in like the last moment. At least y'all were able to get. I mean, your final one as a senior, right? You got the win.
Yeah, we were able to get him, and I am 3-2 versus Toledo. So should be 4-1, but I'm 3-2 versus Toledo, and so after seeing, especially in the last 15 years, what that rivalry has been like, especially with wins and losses, it's like I'm feeling pretty good coming out of my college career against them.
What are you going to miss the most about college football in particular? That kind of thing?
I mean, just the environment. I mean, I saw it, with Pudge, the joy that college football brings people. It brings everybody together. And even, people who you would think would never watch football in their lives are coming to watch football because of Pudge, and for the love of the game. In the NFL, it becomes kind of like a business, and especially with snapping and specialists. Like I know that I can go out there and I might get cut 6 times before I finally stick on a team, and that's just the reality for snappers, specialists. There's 32 teams and they don't keep 5 guys like a cornerback. They keep 1 snapper. And so I think in college football, it's a lot more loyalty to your players at times. I mean, nowadays it's kind of starting to come away from that, but at least when I got in there, it was keep the loyalty to the team. And it's something I guess you don't see in the NFL because it's such a business.
So we have a member of the podcast who isn't here tonight. Beth is not here. Beth is our cat person. She loves her cats. Hey, girl, do you want to ask the questions that Beth sent us?
Yes. So I
These
will.
Are Pudge related, yes.
These are Pudge questions. I will also note that Beth has 2 cats, one of whom is affectionately known as Podcat because he climbs all over her desk while we're recording.
Yes, all the time.
Yes. So on behalf of the Podcats, I would like to ask, first, the Podcats would like to know how disruptive being an influencer has been on Pudge's nap schedule.
Oh, I mean, for him, you could probably see him right now. He is napping right over there, so he gets plenty of naps. I don't think he's
not
too
that
disturbed.
disruptive. Okay,
not that disruptive.
We love to hear it.
even at his meet and greets, you'll see him sometimes. People take pictures and he'll be completely flopped over, just
Yes.
hanging
I want
out.
that for me. Jesus, I see what you've done for other people.
They take naps too.
Mhm.
One question I had for you about Pudge is, if Pudge played football, what position do you think he would play?
You know, I always look at him and I see him, like I was saying, he's very compact and he has like no neck. It's
Mhm.
just
Okay.
head. So I
Mhm.
think him being a wedge splitter on
Okay.
the punt return unit,
Okay.
being a fullback,
Mhm.
being just kind of a
Yeah.
football guy. I can see him as that. He won't be a quarterback. He could be an offensive lineman. He can be a long snapper. But I think fullback is the
Mhm.
best position, and
Mhm.
especially the wedge splitter on
Yeah.
punt return. I think
Pudge looks like he needs a neck roll
Mhm. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
for sure.
he needs one of
Yes,
the
he needs
classic.
one of those neck rolls, giant shoulder
Mhm.
pads.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
he needs the bar down the middle.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
just the
Uh,
right.
Yep.
Little spot for his tongue, though. You know.
yeah, yeah.
What is his routine on game day?
So for him, he would go. So I'd obviously be at the game. So there was not a lot I could do
Mhm.
to be with him, but he was with my dad for a majority of the time. So I'll give you an example for Cincinnati, because the home games, it was like they just go to my house and pick them up. But when we went to Cincinnati and we went to Louisville, it was like a full thing. They got him a hotel room in a hotel that was not pet friendly both times. They were able to sneak him in.
Oh,
That
Two
we
crimes.
would bring him in his cat backpack and put a blanket over.
there you go.
Listen, it's
That's
not
what you
illegal
gotta-
unless you get caught.
That's
That's
true.
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
So he had his own hotel room. So basically, he would get up and my dad would take care of him. So he'd have his litter box and he'd have his food and his water. So my dad would come in, take care of him, get him all set up. We went to breakfast. I'd go see Pudge right before breakfast. I'd say hello to him, and he's, just eating his food. And it's funny when he eats his food because he's got his flat face, and they don't eat like a normal cat. His face opens like a trap door almost. So he kind of scoops the food up with his tongue instead of like biting down on it. So he'll mash
Yeah.
his whole face in the bowl and lick up the food, and then he spills the food out. So I would go in there, and I see it, and he's like,
Tsunami.
his whole face is in there. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's spilling all the food out. So I'd go in and see him. He's spilling the food out. And then I'd go do all my team activities. And then when we leave, my dad got him, brought him to the stadium. And then pregame, he would go and do a meet and greet. They'd show him off a little bit. And then he'd be on the field for the game. So they'd walk him around and they'd bring him to the student section. They'd bring him all over. He was in versus, I think it was Ohio, right? Might have been that. It was one where it was CBS's crew was doing the game.
Okay,
And
CBSSN game. Yeah.
so they brought Pudge up into the booth. So Pudge was in the booth, and there was a really funny clip because he's like, Pudge tries to get to the shoulder, and I don't know if the guy knew that. And he's like this, and Pudge is
What does this
just
cat do? Yeah.
crawling up to his shoulders. So that was super funny. But Pudge's game day routine is pretty normal. He's kind of a normal cat, and then he would get up and go right into this crazy environment, and he's like, well, I guess there's 1,000 people screaming at me. Oh well, just hang out.
Yeah, one of the things that I have found incredibly charming about Pudge, besides all of the everything, is how chill he is with everything, or at least he seems to be. Like you get the pictures of him being held up by Simba, or held up like Simba, and there's thousands of people cheering, and he's just like, yeah, okay.
Just like,
He just doesn't care, And
Even
people
feel.
even ask me, like,
Unbothered.
do you have him on any medication or anything? I'm like, no, he's just Pudge. Like, he
Just
doesn't
that's
care.
just who he is as a cat. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I guess I'm gonna lay down. And he's like, oh, everybody wants to pet me. Okay, I'm fine. Oh, you're gonna lift me up in front of everyone at homecoming? All right, it's fine, I guess. And the funny thing is I didn't know they were gonna lift him up like Simba.
Yeah.
They didn't let
Did
me.
you discover that later after the game?
Well, I discovered it when I saw a picture and I went, they lifted him up like Simba. I didn't even know they were going to do that because he's kind of gets iffy with being held like that, and his legs
Mhm.
dangling.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
a little
I
odd
mean,
with
most
it. So
cats do. Yeah.
if you ever seen me hold him like Simba, there's one picture I'm supporting his butt, and that's the only way he'll do it, and we won't freak out. So I'm really happy he didn't freak out on the
Yeah.
lady who was holding him. I was like, oh, I hope he didn't do anything, but he was totally fine.
Totally fine.
He's a good boy.
He's like,
He's a
yeah,
very good cat.
very good.
Very
You
unbothered.
Yeah, you kind of touched on this one. I think this is sort of two questions. But both, like, what do you think Pudge's favorite part of being internet famous is, and what is the coolest thing that has come out of all of this?
Yeah, so he doesn't really. I don't think he really understands that he has all these fans. I don't think he knows that he's internet famous.
Mhm.
He's completely unbothered. Like it was just the same thing in the season, and that's kind of how it relates over to his social media. But I think as well, he really enjoys it because he gets to stay with me everywhere, and he really enjoys hanging out with me. Like he sleeps right next to me, and he kind of like the other day I was in the hotel and I woke up and he was like right here. Like what in the world are you doing? But he loves the car rides. Like that was the big thing, and I think I'm really happy that I can do social media because um, Pudge he goes everywhere with me, and I think that's his favorite thing. Driving in the cars and going to different places, taking pictures. Nowadays, he might be getting sick of taking pictures a little bit because every time I pull the camera out, he starts looking away. Before he didn't, so he
No
must be.
paparazzi.
You right?
Yeah, he's just absolutely perfect. Completely unbothered.
Maybe it's his unbotheredness that makes me want him to like me more. It's like, just pay attention to me, please. I know you're unbothered, but I do love you, Pudge.
Jordan,
shower
what
him
you're
with enough
saying is
affection.
notice me, senpai.
Yes, basically. Notice me, Pudge Senpai. I have to say that we cover all these stories throughout the college football year, and Pudge has been one that has kept coming back. We've kept coming back to it because it is charming, it is delightful, it is basically one of those stories that is just warm-hearted goodness.
Yeah.
It is,
It's an
and also
unproblematic story.
and it can only happen in college football.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is such a specifically college football thing, and I really love that about it. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing Pudge with us. I have
Yeah.
one last question I have to ask, or Beth will be very mad at me.
Yeah.
And that is that, can you please tell Pudge that we said pss, 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 pss?
He can hear you right now.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
wake up, Pudge.
With a little finger thingy to do the scritches
Little
too.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sleeping. That's okay.
Yeah,
He's
no, he's
sleeping.
yeah. Don't
He's-
bother the don't
Don't
bother the
bother the
talent.
Okay.
Let the
Keeping
talent
up-
sleep.
Up past his bedtime.
I know, he's tired. He had to wear a Florida State jersey today. He's tired.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a lot of anyone.
People were in the comments on that, and they're like, "Is he transferring?" I'm like, "No, he's just."
Pudge is in the transfer
Body
portal.
portal.
I'm like, guys, he's not. He's literally
Mike Norvell.
BG Orange.
Norvell
Sure.
cut back your
Mike
paycheck.
Norvell.
Oh no.
Mike Norvell's like, hey, we got to get Pudge on the team. We need good luck here at Florida State.
Yeah,
The morale is low. We need
The
we
morale
need
is low. We
Pudge.
need Pudge.
need to bring Pudge in to bring up morale and I
Mhm.
guess to show good vibes. I mean, right now he's.
Right this ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
George, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with your NFL dreams. Come back and chat with us whenever you want, man, about whatever you want. We're happy to chat Mac or whatever else whenever you want.
Sorry.
Of course, thank you so much for having me on. I'm always happy to come back on and talk about long snapping or Pudge
yeah.
or Mac
Oh,
football.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
We would love
you
to
know,
learn more about like the
wherever the
mechanics
long
of it
snapping
and
journey
training
take,
and
we'll follow.
Yeah.
We'll follow you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get in the NFL, or who knows, if you wind up in Canada in the CFL, long snapping, we'll follow you. We got you. So
I'll play
we're very-
anywhere.
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad the other day, and I was like, if I didn't make it into the NFL, but I had a 15-year CFL career. I'm like, I'd fit in perfectly. I'd be the best citizen of Saskatchewan of all time.
Oh,
Like,
Private friend, let's go.
I would
go.
be
One of the Montana State quarterbacks was the Grey Cup MVP, and like that was one of our claims to fame for like the longest time. Was we
Yeah.
had a Grey Cup MVP.
Well, and if you
Montana
become
State.
a Rough Rider, you can get or you can get Pudge a little cowboy hat.
Oh my
Yes.
God, can you imagine?
Oh, that'd be
It
really
works.
good.
I
That
put
works.
one on him before. He has a little felt black one that I could
Oh.
put on. So he'll throw it on, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't
I mean,
like his
yeah.
ears being touched. So
Yeah.
he'll get the hat on. He's like, "What are we doing?"
Like,
It's always so funny.
Awesome, George. Thank you
Oh.
so much. Have a great night.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Thank you,
chatting with
George.
us.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have fun.
See you
Thank you
later.
so much for joining us.
Well, that was delightful.
You
Yes, it was.
guys.
I'm so happy.
Gonna cry.
You know, sure, we've had Nicole Auerbach on the show. Sure, we've had
Yeah.
Mike Golick Jr.
Yeah.
Sure, we've had Shahan and Chris Vanini and a lot of folks, but we just had Pudge.
Pudge the cat. Pudge the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Are we?
Pudge.
Are we the first ever podcast to specifically have an animal guest?
I
That
don't
can't be
think so.
true. That cannot be
We're
true.
the first college football podcast to do so. I
Oh,
will
that's
say
like-
I can say that.
I feel like we've had a number of animal guests so far.
I mean,
A specifically invited animal guest.
Yeah, the one that won't leave me alone and won't leave you all alone and just wants to play neck all the time. Yeah.
Thelma, play neck.
Thelma play neck.
I mean, I can't. I'm trying to think. I mean, like the full cast has definitely had.
Oh yeah,
dogs.
and Polly's hounds, yeah,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
cat
Sure.
as well, and we've
For
had
sure.
best cats as well.
Podcast
But this
is
is like
next man of the
we
podcast.
invited this one to come. They don't reside in our homes.
Next person I want to get, I'm gonna slide in the DMs of Big Red, and then Big Red will just be on the podcast and not saying anything.
I'm into it.
we can describe his hand gestures for the
Yes.
listeners.
Let's workshop this a bit maybe before we put it into
No,
practice.
it's podcasting as a visual medium, Arthur. This is going to be great.
Basketball, 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 basket.
Wait, but before we go on, can I just say one thing
Yeah.
that we didn't get to say at the beginning?
It's
Yeah, what?
Tuesday. Happy
Happy-
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's a very special Tuesday because it's Trans Day of Visibility, and we want to shout out all our trans friends. We love you. We see you. I promise I have my Trans People Belong Here shirt on. It's just under my hoodie because it's cold.
Nice.
In basketball news, our final four for the women's is set. The new
Oh.
boss, same as the old boss, same four teams as last year, all the one seeds. My kid is currently winning the Discord bracket for the women's. And if Texas wins, it's his.
That's gonna be. Look, South Carolina versus UConn, insane.
Banger.
Texas versus UCLA,
Banger.
insane. The
Mhm.
women's Final Four is. It's just gonna be like.
All bangers.
I mean, what is Godzilla versus whatever?
Mothra.
Like, I mean,
Kong?
I mean, seriously, it's just gonna be Godzilla versus Kong.
Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla. I mean,
Mecha
it's like Alien versus
UConn is
Predator. I
definitely
mean, this is just
Mechagodzilla.
Mhm.
this is insanity. In like the four teams that made it, there's a combined 7 losses out of the 4 teams. UConn has none, but like nobody has more than 3 losses on the year in the Final Four. It's incredible. The women's Final Four is going to be absolutely insane.
You ever see Godzilla versus Megalon?
No.
What's
Jordan, why are we posting pictures of Ultraman?
That's not Ultraman. That's Jet Jaguar.
I have no idea what that
What?
is.
Jet
the
Jaguar is
fucking
Godzilla's
Ultraman?
friend.
Oh,
No, that's
Okay.
not. That's Jet Jaguar. He has a song. I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna sing it. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I love
Is
the
it
old
better
movies.
than the Mystery Science Theater Gamera song?
No, but they also did this movie on MST3K.
Okay.
It is Godzilla versus Megalon. You should absolutely watch the MST3K version.
Okay.
It's great. Jet Jaguar looks like Ultraman. They fight Megalon, who I think is a bug of some sort.
Sure.
Yeah. I love these
I
things.
mean,
I'm probably gonna
that-
have
that
to learn
feels-
these things because my 9-year-old is very into Godzilla now. We're not sure how, but he is.
I just like anytime Godzilla has to team up with another kaiju. Like I
Mhm.
just
True.
love that as a concept. Like,
Kaiju
they're
teamwork
teaming
is
up.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they always have to like find some way to get them to team up.
Because there's a
Yeah,
greater
like-
evil of some
And it's
sort.
Right.
always very convoluted. It's not just like, oh,
Right,
kaijus
yeah.
are just like, oh, we're gonna wreck shop. It's no, like, there's a very
It's-
specific way that it's like a kaiju meet cute.
Yeah, like it's never just like we both have we're not so different, you and I. Like, it's always some
Right.
convoluted thing that
There's
yeah.
no like predator handshake, like just namaste, the soul in me recognizes the soul in you kind of stuff. No.
But look, I just posted a picture of Godzilla handshaking Jet Jaguar. He had a literal
You-
handshake
you-
moment.
Oh,
Is Jet Jaguar a kaiju?
I love how we're talking
he's a
about how
robot
awesome
person.
the
Thank you.
women's Final Four will be, and now we're like deep in the Godzilla conversation.
Welcome to the Stickers Committee
Welcome-
podcast.
Welcome to No Rails,
Every
buddy.
podcast is somebody's first.
It's
I mean,
so great.
We could compare the women's Final Four to Pitbull.
Oh, I have
Yeah,
some.
we did that.
Wait on this. I got some.
We're-
There's
no,
some
I'm
workshop in a
leaving.
little
That
bit.
was not
I'm
actually an
leaving.
invitation. That was
Please
that
don't.
was not. Yeah.
I'm not
On the-
drunk enough for this.
On the men's side, we have
Yeah.
3 seed Illinois versus 2 seed UConn, 1 seed Michigan versus 1 seed Arizona. I knew they were having this in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten they were having it at Lucas Oil Field.
Yeah. Oh,
They
every
always do
time-
this they do it in the football stadiums. I always
And the
forget
Final
this.
Four is at the football stadium. Like last year, it was in the Alamo Dome.
Right.
So I mean, they always do it in the football stadium. They don't raise the courts like they used to.
Mhm.
So it's built like the court is down now, but they build
Mm-hmm.
around it instead of raising the courts with the stanchions that they used to do, which is nice. It's better, but the sight lines in the stadium not great for everybody. But
I mean,
You know,
I feel like
it's-
if there's one stadium that's going to be used to turning a football field into something else, it's going to be Lucas Oil. Like, they've had swimming there.
yeah,
They've-
man,
all
Lucas
sorts
Oil
of
does
events.
this. Indianapolis knows how to host this stuff. They're good at that, and home field will be everywhere in Indianapolis, selling merch for all of those schools.
Use our offer code. Yes, ha ha ha. Yes, 3 ha's for 15%.
That's right. Get it in there.
What? Where
I
is
think
the
that
women's
only
Final
works
Four?
online. I don't
Is it-
think you can do that in person at a home field pop up.
No, you walk up and you shake their hand and go, yes, ha ha ha, yes.
Yes. 15% off in person.
No guarantees of success.
No guarantees
I don't
that
think
works.
That's how that works.
It's probably not going to work.
They'll shake
Wait.
your hand very politely because they're very nice people, but I don't know that they'll honor the discount in person.
Connor, if you're listening,
Connor, if you're listening.
consider it.
Where is the women's Final Four? Is it in Arizona, if I remember correctly? Phoenix? Phoenix sounds right. It is Phoenix.
It is Phoenix, yes.
Okay, so they're doing that there. Our
Wait,
NIT
the stadium is now known as the Mortgage Matchup Center?
That
Really?
sounds
Is it
fake.
really?
So I know. So here's the thing, right? Phoenix has a couple different arenas. I want to
Yeah.
say. So this, I would guess, is related to who owns the Phoenix Suns and the
Okay.
Phoenix
Mhm.
Yep.
Mercury now.
Matt
Yeah,
Ashiba.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is the
He's a-
Phoenix Mercury
the
Stadium.
Mortgage King, Matt Ishbia.
Yes.
The UWM is his company, and that's a mortgage company. So
Yeah, so it's
Okay, that
the
makes
the
sense.
Mortgage Matchup Arena. It's where the Suns and the Mercury play. So the women's Final Four is not in an NFL stadium. But I didn't realize that they changed the name of the stadium to Mortgage Matchup Center.
My favorite was it was either Walking Stick or Talking Stick Stadium. I
it
can't
was
remember
it
which
was
of
Talking
It's
Stick.
Talking
Arena.
Stick.
those. Talking Stick. There we go.
That slaps.
Mhm.
Well, that's
Doesn't it?
that's another casino name.
Yeah, that was
So-
a casino.
Okay. But I like it
Again.
like aesthetically. Talking Stick Arena.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these casinos out west have some cool names.
They
They
do.
do.
What was the one we were talking about recently? That would be a
Inn of
cool
the Mountain
arena
Gods.
name.
The Inn of the
There
Mountain
we
Gods.
go.
I've
Yeah.
already,
Inn of the
look,
Mountain God Arena.
I'm on the email list for deals.
Oh,
Yeah,
Are we going to
I'm-
get
Getting
commission,
emails from the Inn of
well-deserved
the
weekend
Mountain
away?
God.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, I'll take the family there. I mean, there's batting
That's what I'm
cages for the
saying.
9-year-old
Batting
son.
cages
Yeah, I
for your
mean,
night. Yeah.
but
Zip
let's
lines.
go. Zip lines, yeah. I don't. Yeah,
I
I'm ready.
honestly think your little girl would be all about a zip line. She feels like
A
very
7,000
sensory
foot
seeking.
in the air zip line. I don't think I'd let my.
She could go. She could probably clip in with you, and you just give her a little.
I look, man. We'll see. We'll see what the Intermountain Gods allows.
Maybe they have
There's probably a height restriction, but I feel like even if
I
it's not
think there's
this year,
probably a height
as she
restriction.
gets
Yeah.
older, she
For
feels
sure.
like the type who'd be like, "Hell yeah, let's go on the zip line."
Can you legally take peyote in New Mexico?
Can I answer this for you? If you're native, probably yes. If you're not, probably no.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
you-
what it is.
This is it's like some of the things where certain groups
You know,
are
it's-
not subject to income tax. You have to have a sincerely held religious belief.
Believe, yeah. And
I said-
I've read like case law on this about like how Native people were able to get peyote decriminalized for their use in religious ceremonies.
the Inn of the Mountain Gods on the way, I would have to pass by White Sands so I could do the Water Runs Dry Boys to Men video reenactment.
Oh yeah!
Oh
Let's
yes.
go!
I'll be ready to do that. I'll get down on my knees and sand through the hands and beg and whatnot. It'd be
You're
great.
gonna hit the one, yeah, like.
I can't hit that.
Just like that, yes.
Okay, yeah.
In the NIT men's bracket,
Yes.
number 1 New Mexico versus number 1 Tulsa, number 1 Auburn versus number 4 Illinois State. Illinois State a bit of a bracket buster there for all you knit heads, as they call themselves.
People with lice.
Shout out to NIT Stu.
We also have the Crown starting this week. We have
Is it on the
Yes, it is finally starting.
No, but I mean, like, it starts on April Fool's Day, which is like, I don't know if it is or not. Or
No, it is real. As far as we know, it is real.
Okay. So
April
Fool's
have to see.
April Fool's Day, it's Oklahoma versus Colorado, Baylor and Minnesota. And then on Thursday, the second when the podcast comes out, Stanford, West Virginia, Rutgers versus Creighton. Oh, I didn't know Creighton was below 500 too. So Rutgers and Creighton is 14 and 19 versus 15 and 17 Creighton.
We also have the WNIT Fab 4.
Mm-hmm.
South Dakota and Illinois State. Illinois State again.
Wow, Illinois State everywhere.
Double repping.
Things are not normal in normal Illinois.
And then Arkansas State and Marshall. Any other ones? Teams? What's is it the women's CBI?
The women,
CIT?
the WBIT.
WBIT.
It's the WBIT.
Hey, that is an NCAA tournament. Okay.
That the final is the championship game. Columbia versus BYU.
2 beautiful shades of blue.
Oh yeah, light blue and like royal bluish.
You guys ever follow the Second Mentions X account when you were still over there? The New York Times Second Mentions.
What is
basically?
X account?
I know what is X. Second Mentions basically is in news articles. Go ahead, big girl.
This is your regularly scheduled reminder that there are canonically like 3 things that we dead name on this podcast, and Twitter is one of them. That's all. Go on.
I mean, as a Pittsburgher, there's a lot more, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. The main other things are Heinz Field and Star Lake, which is actually not even
Star
dead
Lake
naming
changed
anymore.
Its name
it
back.
changed its name back.
The old mill at Kennywood changed its name back.
Yep.
The San Diego Wild Animal Park. It's not the Safari Park. It's the Wild Animal Park.
So what this account is basically it looks at news articles and looks at when things are mentioned second and how they're described in news articles. For example, they have a story about a dachshund, and the second mention is the distended dachshund, or an account about a seal that broke into a house, the blubbery interloper or marine marauder.
Okay.
So like things
I didn't follow this account. I followed a different account that would post about like the first time the New York Times had ever mentioned a specific thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Commish has been going through a lot of Columbia news articles.
Yes.
And the things, they always get called the light blues as their second
the
mention.
light blue.
Yep.
Sorry.
The light blues.
I'm fully Columbia pilled at this point.
And also the freshman team, the Cubs. Get the lines in the Cubs. It's adorable.
Oh, that's cute.
It is. So we have Columbia and who was it? BYU.
BYU,
I
that's right.
feel like Kamish, you and I are Columbia pilled at this point. This podcast
Yeah.
is Columbia pilled.
Yeah, I mean Bridget's there too. She's in.
Yeah, let's say Bridget's been through the Columbia hard times with the rest of us.
And again, I've been to Columbia. I've gotten drunk in their library. Like,
I mean, you're
I have
Columbia pilled.
connections. Yeah.
You do.
We'll
find out. We'll find out by the time the podcast comes out if Columbia beats, because it's tomorrow night.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We have from the NFL an update to their global markets program. Listeners, if you remember, the NFL divided up the world and said that these football teams get to advertise their brands in these countries. And so we had things like all of China, all 1 point whatever billion Chinese people being represented by the LA Rams. That also includes Japan and South Korea.
Yes.
They're just putting together the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, and I don't like it.
Well, but also the NFL just getting together in a room and drawing a bunch of lines on the earth feels a lot like the Berlin Conference of 1884-85, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Historically, this has not worked out great. Like, I don't know what the best case scenario is for this. Like, there have been lots of historical conferences that have done this,
that have just divided up the world and gone like, well, no, you can have this 'cause I've got this.
I mean, they did it in Africa.
We can't have
they
these
did it
too close together.
The Middle East.
I love the Rams.
They did it in South America.
The Rams just basically just get the Pacific Rim. They get Australia, China, Japan, South Korea, and New Zealand. Also the United Arab Emirates out of nowhere,
and the UAE for some reason. Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
So like here's my thing though, right? When it comes to local markets, right? Like for example, I live in Pittsburgh, so I'm in the Steelers local market. That means something, right? Like it means that every single Steelers game is on over-the-air television, no matter what, right? Like it doesn't legally they have to do that, but like what matters here, right? Like, is there going to be any sort of restriction? Like, oh no, like you can't do any marketing in an area where you don't have the marketing rights? Like, are they going to block you from seeing stuff from other teams? Like, what does this actually mean? I have not seen anything that actually answers that question for me, other than a few of these teams play there, right? Like England, Germany,
play there, or they have
France.
players who are like from there, whatever from there means to the NFL.
Yes, yeah, no, I get why.
But like
some
those
of these
ones are the ones
decisions
that
have
make
been
sense.
made.
Everything else is very much just like question marks.
No. I get why some of these decisions have been made. Some of them I don't, but like there's enough that I can follow. I'm just wondering like what this means, right? Like
let me read you this handy.
Six teams have Ireland, right? Are any of them going to play a game in Ireland like college football does? Like, what is this actually?
I'm sorry. Let's be real clear here.
Did
It is the island of Ireland. This includes Northern Ireland too.
Because the Packers are one of the teams, and they are also part of the United Kingdom, which is still.
Are they all bled over? No, but the Titans are just the island of Ireland.
Yes. So wait. Okay. I thought the asterisk was there specifically for the Steelers.
It is there specifically for.
Oh,
the Steelers.
Is it?
Yes.
So it's just the Steelers that say a free United Ireland. Okay.
It's almost like the Rooney family owns the Steelers or something.
Weird.
Arthur, I'm going to read a little this thing for you. Basically, it looks like this is just so that they have international advertising rights in those countries. Those teams.
What does
are going
advertising mean?
I'm looking that up right now. This has delivered a range of impactful fan engagement incentives, supported hundreds of club-led fan events worldwide, and introduced the development of NFL flag in countries that support flag participation at grassroots level. So it looks like it's got to do with like flag football and events in countries.
And probably stuff like because I don't recall, I was in Ireland in 2023. I don't recall seeing any advertising for NFL games in Ireland at that time, but literally the first thing I saw when I got off the plane at 5 a.m. local was like on the jetway getting off of my flight was an ad for the Aer Lingus College Football Classic or whatever it's called for the Northwestern game that had happened the previous fall. I did not take a picture of it because I was extremely jet lagged, but I vividly remember seeing it. Similarly, if you go to Guinness in Dublin, in the stairwells, there are posters of like the golden helmets and all of this. It's like Notre Dame, the official college football team of Ireland. And like there's Notre Dame merch, Notre Dame Guinness co-branded merch in the gift shop at Guinness. This is the kind of thing that these brand deals enable.
It looks like, so the not interesting one is that the Raiders have been added to the UK and Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
That's less interesting. What's interesting
Yeah.
is that Italy was added.
Well,
And Italy was given 2 teams. The first were Comish's Saints,
that's right.
also
who
shared
that
with
say-
France.
Who that say got international marketing rights in Italy? Who that?
How do
Oh,
you
also,
say
I had to
who
note-
dat in Italian?
I will note that I missed Pope Leo did get a Saints jersey also, like a week ago. I missed that in my Beehive article. So Pope Leo has a Saints jersey.
I believe it's Kie is who is.
Who is?
So
Yeah.
so who's the other team that Italy got?
Yeah.
Well, they get to share a team with Nigeria.
Mhm.
It is
I'm
the
sure
Cleveland
they'll know
Browns. It's the Cleveland Browns.
Aha.
So,
You
so what I'm hearing is, given today's result in the World Cup, Italy is not going to see a winning professional team for quite some time.
I mean, maybe they just
Baseball.
thought Italy had too much sporting success.
Baseball.
It's true.
Did you see
Oh,
the video
sure.
of Sarajevo popping off after the win?
Yeah.
Sarajevo was jumping tonight after
Good
their
for
win
them.
over Italy.
Yeah.
Italy is going to be
I
on the
would
red card
too.
report.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. They'll be on the red card report.
The most prestigious thing that will happen to their football team.
The Cleveland Browns, welcome to Italy. Why are we exporting these things?
Because we can.
Because we can.
I just
We're
want
a
to say
very
this.
bad
You remember I talked about this the other day. Like the French Quarter has a portion of it called the Italian Quarter.
You're right.
There's a bunch of pasta. There's Cajun pasta. There's the muffalata. It kind of makes sense. I know. Hey. I'm sorry, Giants and Jets fans. I know you wanted this market. All of New Jersey is yelling at me right now. I can hear it. I'm just like, hey. The King of
Oh,
Queens
that's
is
what they
upset.
sound like.
No,
Okay.
that is the sound New Jersey makes. I know
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
true.
open
Yeah,
for-
they're just screaming this is anti-Italian discrimination.
That's right. Staten Island's pissed off at me too. Long Island
Whoa,
too.
hey!
I'm exporting my
show you
culture over
Italian
here.
food. I'll show you Italian food.
So
Yeah.
so Italy was not letting American planes like fly through. Do you
Yeah.
think they could just stop the Browns stuff from landing as well?
We've closed our airspace to the Cleveland
Hey,
Browns.
man, look. I look. New Orleans and the Catholic Church are very close with the Catholic Church in Vatican City.
And the Saints specifically are very close with the Catholic Church.
Unfortunately, in some instances, yes. Gonna leave it at that. Yes, but I mean, look, the Saints already gave the Pope a jersey, which he seemed kind of pleased with. That's good because I mean, like the face of the Mississippi State baseball jersey wasn't necessarily that great.
No, he was not enjoying that.
No,
Very clearly not enjoying that.
He did enjoy getting the bat from the Kansas City Royals fan, Mike Sweeney, but I was like, why are you giving the Pope a weapon? But okay.
Give the Pope a weapon.
Yeah,
Give the
no,
Pope-
I
But
it
only
feels-
for use against one person.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I'm into this.
Excommunication. is
it
all I'm
feels-
saying.
Anti-Pope?
Sorry, continue.
No, it feels very much like
No,
give Carly Rae
you
Jepsen
know
a
exactly
sword.
who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do we
Charlie
have
Rae
to
Jepsen
do to
sword.
give the Pope stickers?
Is there like a Vatican mailing address?
How to mail
Those
the
community
Pope.
Googles things.
In this house, we mail the Pope.
I
Let the Pope play neck. I already said that
yeah.
before.
Anyway,
I did that. I did tweet that at one point. Let the Pope's band play neck.
Here we go.
But
Here we
I
go.
kind of regret it.
Here's
but,
how you send it, Kamish.
Okay.
You only need 2 lines.
Okay.
1, Secretariat of His Holiness Pope Leo the numbered,
Okay.
and
What number is
00120
he?
Vatican C. It's XIV. Is that 14? That's 14.
14.
Yes,
XIV is
14.
14. Yeah.
Yep. I
And
do
then
like you calling him
Vatican
Pope
City.
Leo the numbered,
The
though.
numbered.
That kind of hits.
They have a template for writing him.
Okay.
It's
Does
in
it start
Italian.
with
I'm not going to read
Papa?
it.
Okay.
What else can you do? You can send him gifts, it looks like. Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
might.
we can send the Pope stickers. Is
We
what
can
we've
send the
learned
Pope
today.
stickers.
We can do that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
What should I send him? Like one that says bevel it?
All football is
think-
good football.
I think
Big
yeah, I
Sky
think he,
Bangers.
do we have any in this house we believe
I got a
stickers
couple of
left?
them, and they're shimmery and glittery.
Yeah.
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 It works. Yeah.
I mean, that's our version of the commandments.
Yeah.
We're sharing our religion with him.
Is it 10 of those on that sticker?
There's
Or
more.
is it
There's more
less?
than 10, I believe.
Okay. All right.
10
committee
is just a
commandment.
Send
round
him that
number.
Utah State yearbook.
Okay, a dude from the
So,
south side
Papa,
of
we
Chicago
want
would
your
appreciate
opinion
that.
on this.
No, I
Papa,
love
is this a heresy?
it is. I do genuinely enjoy more than I can possibly say the fact that we have Chicago Pope.
Yeah, it is.
And
great.
like Chicago Pope could listen to this show and would get the jokes, most of them.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the first pope I can imagine wandering around in like ratty gray gym shorts and a
Yeah.
t-shirt, just wandering around the apostolic palace.
Chicago Pope went to Villanova. He's like wandering around the Apostolic Palace in a Villanova t-shirt, probably.
One he got when he got when he was there. It's gross. It's got holes in it.
It's got holes in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it still fits. Why would he throw it out? It's perfectly good.
Yeah. And it's been broken in. It's really soft now.
Yeah.
Do you know what he should do?
Perfect
He
for
should buy
fashion.
new shirts from Home Field Apparel.
Hey.
Use our offer code yes,
Yay!
the official and exclusive brand of the Sickos Committee. Use our offer code yes, ha ha ha, yes, 3 hots for 15% off your first order. Fans, now's your chance to win big this March. No bracket required. Just play the Varsity Network Swish and Win today. Just visit College Sports Now X page at CS Now Tweets and enter to win $500 in gift cards and varsity gear. Then download the free Varsity Network app, your only destination for hometown calls and complete coverage of every men's and women's game all month long. We have our Vivid Seats code, $20 off, $200 or more, Sickos 20. We have our Beehive, where we're writing things. We have something coming up with our friend David at Foyaball very soon.
Yeah,
We're
next
gathering
week.
information for that.
Also, we got something coming Monday. But I will. No, I may just back it out to Tuesday. So I'll preview it on the next pod.
Okay. We have our Patreon at the various levels, $3, $5, $10,
Yeah.
or $100. At $3,
So when-
you get access to all of our Patreon podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
At $5, you get access to our Discord. At $10, we will get to suggest a word that you say on the pod. And at $100, I'll tell you I love you. Love you, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Yeah.
We love you.
Nice. Oh, on Wednesday, on April Fool's Day. Seriously. So the day, before you listen to this.
Yeah.
We have
Splitting your
Katie's
time
Kiffin
up for
Corner coming out on April Fool's Day. Not intentionally, but it's a Patreon podcast
kind
behind
of
the paywall.
intentionally because
Kind
of
of.
the
But also-
schedule for the other Patreon podcasts.
Yeah.
But also, it is real. I can confirm that it's
It's
real.
real.
I was there.
We
It's
were there.
real, and it's spectacular.
A lot of it did feel like a fever dream, but I am
It did.
assured that I was here and recording the entire time.
I just want to get on the record. There's one funny thing that could happen for April Fool's Day, and that's it. Like I'm not interested in it this year. There's one funny thing. I can't tell you what it is, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want one thing to happen on April Fool's Day because no one's going to believe it.
But think
I'll
about
I'll
how
settle
funny.
for it happening.
It would
Yeah,
it would be so funny if it happened,
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and think
but
about
I
how
would
funny
need
it would be,
so many like
and how satisfying it would be
verifications.
if it happened and no one believed it, and then you got to be the person who was like, "No, it's real.
No, it really
I mean,
happened.
It really did
It
happen."
would be very tough, and we would have to go through multiple layers of verification.
Go to our merch store, sickoscommittee.org. Check out our YouTube and our Instagram and our TikTok and our Twitch. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. Think of the places we refuse to go. And shout out to our friends over at Feed Your Mascot podcast, where our friends Jeff and Blue talk about the culture around college football. First bit of college football news. Do you know where Jay Norvell is? Where in the world is Jay Norvell?
Am I supposed to know where Jay Norvell is?
You should always keep track of Jay Norvell.
I've got his
he's not
mom.
fired.
Do you know where Jay Norvell is?
Not
It's 10
Colorado
p.m.
State.
It's 10 p.m. Central. Do you know
Actually,
where Jay
wait.
Norvell is?
He could have done the was it Brent? Which Brent was it?
The Brent Pry.
Yes, Brent Pry at
The
Virginia Tech,
wraparound. Yeah.
Yeah.
and just took in a coordinator position at
At
Colorado
Colorado
State.
State. That'd be crazy.
After time at Nevada and time at Colorado State, he is now running backs coach at Iowa.
Wow.
Sure.
So there we go.
Huh. Okay. Does he have any Iowa connection?
Not that he coached at Iowa State. No, he went to
Oh,
Iowa.
he played at Iowa.
He played at Iowa.
So yes, he does.
All right.
Mama's
all
calling.
right.
Okay.
He played at Iowa from 82 to 85 under Hayden Fry. He played for the Broncos and the Bears. He was a defensive back and a linebacker. He was a GA at Iowa. He was a quarterback's wide receiver coach at Iowa State. Oh my God.
It's been a while since he's been back in the Corn State, though.
Yeah. I mean, he went Indianapolis Colts, Raiders, Nebraska, UCLA, Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona State, got his first head coaching job at Nevada, Colorado State, and then now Iowa running back coach.
What is Iowa's actual nickname? I said the Corn State, but that doesn't feel right.
Like
What
the
if
state of Iowa? It's the Hawkeye
yeah.
State.
Like,
Okay, yeah,
Hawkeyes.
of course
I
it
mean,
is. Yes.
I still associate Iowa with corn because the racing at Iowa Speedway has been heavily corn sponsored. Like I know when IndyCar ran there, it was the Iowa Corn 300.
Yes.
NASCAR, I believe, now also has corn in the sponsorship name of the race that they run there now. I like the trophy for IndyCar. There was a giant gas pump. It was like an old timey looking gas pump, and like it had a plaque on it, like first place. It was cool. It looked good.
Okay, we loop back around now to Pitbull and FIU.
Oh,
So
we're back.
David at Boyaball had said that Pitbull hadn't written the anthem yet, which is factually true.
Yes.
Now, a lot of aggregators picked this up and said that Pitbull had not paid FIU. That
Oh.
wasn't
What
true.
aggregators did this? What kind of quality aggregation is this?
I know.
Like, what aggregators were doing this?
A lot of the Twitter
Robot
accounts
ones,
that we don't follow.
probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because I didn't see any of it. And it was like, okay, that makes sense that we don't follow these people.
No,
'Cause they suck and they aggregate
Google,
stuff.
If you Google
Yeah.
FIU Pitbull right now, most of it
Yeah.
is that.
Huh.
So FIU releases a "No, the relationship is fine" post.
Aha.
I'll read this. Aha! Like what Pitbull would
Aha.
say. Florida International University Athletics and Pitbull remain fully aligned and committed to their long-term partnership. We're not breaking up, kids. Recent reports are based on incomplete and inaccurate information that do not reflect the full scope or ongoing execution of the agreement. FIU has already received the first two scheduled payments, both paid ahead of their due dates, and the third installment remains on schedule. From the beginning, the collaboration was designed as an innovative, multi-year initiative that extends beyond traditional sponsorship models. Together, FIU Athletics and Pitbull have already generated meaningful visibility and engagement with additional activations and initiatives currently in development.
Aha.
Now, guys, I want to share something with you.
is it me leaving the podcast momentarily so I don't
No,
have to
no.
listen to this?
No, I only wrote 4 of them.
Oh,
But
God.
I thought that Mr. Pitbull might need some sentence starters because when you teach kids
That-
to write
no.
nowadays, what you
can't
do
call him Mr. Pitbull.
is you
Mr.
give them
Senor
Worldwide.
Pitbull.
Jordan,
Senor Pitbull,
Mr. Worldwide. Call him by
Mis-
his government name.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. He might need some sentence starters to help him get going. I wrote 4 of them.
I'm
See
not
what you
dumb enough
think.
for this.
FIU Panthers, yeah, we run it like a check. Finance class, but I'm thinking what's next? Professor talking macro, I'm thinking private jet. 305 mindset. I don't ever do regret. Now, Arthur, you're our resident Pitbull expert here.
I don't ever do regret, man.
I don't ever do regret.
What do you?
I couldn't fit the meter.
No regrets.
You are just way too polished to do
way too polished
rap. Like you
Okay.
are you are not a rapper. This feels like
you're definitely not Whale.
This feels like, you know, in a movie.
Is that Jordan's White I went to Dartmouth rapper name? Whale.
You know, in a movie where like a white teacher connects with their inner city students by being like, hey, you know, poetry is also like rap. That's you. You're that person in the movies.
Okay.
You're asking your students to bring in rap lyrics that are very meaningful to them, and someone has brought in Get Low, and you have to or the Whisper song, and you have to recite it as though it's actual poetry.
Okay, got my next one.
Little mama.
Here we go.
Let me whisper in your
ear. To tell you something that you might like to hear.
To the window. To the wall.
The wall.
Can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle,
drops
baby.
down my balls. Until all these bitches crawl.
Ah, skeet, 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 skeet.
Oh, skeet, skeet. God damn.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for
what?
For what?
Saturday night, lights on, ocean
jungle,
breeze.
Bitch.
Pulled up to the game like LeBron James in the fourth with ease. Band so loud, got the palm trees shaking. Defense hit hard like the Hulk when he's waking.
What? I need to
know. This is what you did, right?
Yes, this is what I did.
Okay. When he's waking.
I need an adult.
This is me. Bridget has walked off.
Yeah, no, I mean this is an adult trying to write poetry in a way that would connect with children.
Defense hit hard like a slab of bacon.
Oh, that's good.
Don't encourage him.
Man so loud, got the palm tree shaking. Defense hit hard like a slab of bacon. Thank you.
There you go.
You're just doing Vanilla Ice. Cooking MC is like a pound of bacon.
That's right. I'm trying to relate to Jordan here.
You know who would be able to put together a good anthem for a college football team? Probably Vanilla Ice. That feels like something in his wheelhouse.
I mean, he would definitely say that.
90s Vanilla Ice, maybe.
How do you get to FIU?
He's too chuddy now.
How do you get to FIU? A1A, Beachfront Avenue. No.
There you go.
I got more.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Why?
Why does it continue? Hang on. Okay, we got
anyway, I'm going to have to go get another beverage. Jesus Christ.
I need more beverage.
I'm gonna. This one's about the Panther itself.
All right. I'll take one for the team. You guys go get one.
I'm good. I still got some.
Panther on the field, but it's low key a cat. Knocking
What?
stuff over like, yeah, I meant that. Chasing laser dots. Nah, that's the ball. Sudden burst speed, now we gone, that's all.
Okay, Jordan, you have told us so many stories about your time in a frat house at Dartmouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've said this very recently on the podcast. That is the whitest fucking thing you've ever said.
We plumb new depths of whiteness every week on this show.
The audacity of this caucasity, Jordan.
Yeah, like this, I mean, like, people think about white rappers, right? Like, you think about, like, I don't know, like Lil Dicky or somebody like that. Like, this is, like, too white to rap.
Jordan, Iggy Azalea had better rhymes than you do.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, are you kidding me? Iggy Azalea had some decent lines. That was not her problem.
Fancy did bang. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
but
no,
it was really...
no.
Yeah,
Fancy bangs.
You just give me the Charlie XCX part. Like, that's fine. Just, it was good.
You already know.
Also, Krayshawn had better rhymes than you, Jordan.
One more.
Louis, Gucci, Fendi, Prada went a lot harder. Whatever
you know this ain't the end of my story. Get the FIU crowd hype like I'm Rory.
The
Oh my
raps
God.
in those
Sounded
videos, like
Stars Hollow.
the guy who did Friday and like a bunch of other songs for teenagers to
Yeah.
do, like the raps in those songs were better than this.
For sure.
International flavor, FIU worldwide. From Miami to Tokyo, we got nothing to hide.
Speaking of Iggy Azalea.
Versace glasses.
Speaking of
After the
Craig John.
W, we sip. Blue and gold forever, headed to the championship.
Jordan. See, here's the problem. You are trying to put so much logic into these lyrics.
You're thinking too hard.
You've way overthought this.
You think Pitbull would ever make the laser dot joke about cats? Because I don't.
I don't know.
You
Talk
think
about-
he'd rhyme sip and championship?
Yeah, that actually I believe he would do.
Yeah, he could do that. Here's the thing. I feel like Pitbull is our most LinkedIn rapper. Like
I'm listening.
He loves shouting out brands
Yes.
in his songs. He loves like motivational speech type stuff. He loves
fully.
like kind of business advice type stuff, right? Like I mean, like not actual business. Like he's not rapping about like liquidity or some shit, but like
What if
I
he
mean,
did?
I did say Professor talking macro. I'm thinking private jet.
Also, what I'm hearing here, Arthur, is that perhaps Pitbull should not be the official songwriter or celebrity or whatever his contract says that he is of FIU, but rather should become Fernando Mendoza's bard.
I mean, that would be great.
they're both from Miami.
And they're both extremely LinkedIn.
I would listen intently to a concept album of Pitbull doing Fernando Mendoza LinkedIn posts as rap.
Perfect. It's great. I'm already coming up with rhymes with Cusa.
Yeah, so I have a new idea.
We
new
got
proposal,
Medusa?
right?
Yeah.
So Pitbull has not
Tuscaloosa?
delivered so far. Well, they're in the SEC. Pitbull has not delivered so far on his FAU anthem. I think we should offer to make our own FIU anthem, but we should not have Jordan writing it.
Yeah, no, this is an
No,
everybody
we
but
need to have
Jordan.
Jordan's version, and then we have another version.
we make it good?
FIU anthem parentheses Jordan's version.
Jordan's version.
We can all do a verse. Like it can be like one of those songs that like DJ Khaled does with like 5
or like when
people
you're
on
out
it.
at dinner with everybody and everybody draws a little bit on the picture.
Or like
To be clear here, DJ Khaled is Jordan in this, and that he just says like
Says
one
his name.
thing and then we do the rest.
we the best
Everybody
music.
yells over him. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We
thinking
the best
specifically
committee.
about classic of like 2009 Bedrock by Young Money, like that. Like that.
Yeah,
Has one of
Jordan,
my
you
favorite
want-
lines in it.
Jordan, you want this to be like Flowbots, but this is you. No,
I think I did a great job. I'm glad I got to share this with the class tonight.
That makes one of us, buddy.
I'm glad you feel better about yourself, bud. Take the wins where you get them.
Mr. Worldwide, if you want to use any of these lyrics, you're totally fine. I offer them up to you as jumping off points.
No, we want royalties. What the fuck?
Hold up. Can I tweet these lyrics at him? Hold up.
Jordan, if you do, I swear to fucking God.
Hold up.
Please
Take
tweet these at him.
Change the password right now.
Pitbull Twitter.
Mr. Bull, sir.
Mr.
Bull,
Bull,
sir.
Can I call you Pitt?
We have some ideas for you.
Oh man, when you're not signed in, Twitter looks really weird.
It
Yeah.
looks really weird in
It's
general,
really
my
bad.
dude. It's almost like Elon ruined it.
When you're not signed in, it just lists someone's posts by how popular they are.
Yeah.
That's it sucks.
Yeah. It's like
It's
he
crap.
made the site really bad so nobody but Nazis would want to use it.
That is true.
Well,
Okay, so we're done with that. I've given my best. I'm glad that I did that. Feels good.
I'm glad that we're done with that.
I mean, I
Yes,
feel
same.
like this might become a recurring bit. on the
Oh,
I hope not.
podcast
no. My poor
because
liver.
this just feels like man, you feel like you found your groove. Like maybe this is what I'm supposed to do with my life.
Jordan,
Okay.
8 Mile was not a inspirational movie for white rappers. I just want you to take this to heart.
Me, he could be Cheddar Bob.
Who's Cheddar Bob? Who's Cheddar Bob?
The guy that shoots himself on accident.
I don't know this.
The guy, Cheddar Bob from 8 Mile is the
Why
guy
am I
that
not
shoots
surprised
himself
you have
on
not
accident.
seen 8 Mile? Yeah.
Oh, I have, but it's been a long time.
How do you forget Cheddar Bob? He shot himself on accident. It was almost like what was
I forgot about Cheddar Bob.
They forgot about Plaxico Burress too. So yeah, basically based on a true story.
Other news. We have outdoor volleyball. Nebraska and Mizzou will be playing at Wrigley Field as part of a doubleheader for the Big Ten SEC Challenge. This is going to be a lot of fun. I like seeing this kind of stuff played outdoors.
That's going to be
You're
great.
muted.
Yeah, I know. I said this rules. This is objectively great, and then I realized I was muted and started swearing. But yeah, no, this is awesome. I approve.
Yeah, this is great. This is, I mean, take the volleyball tour. Let's keep doing this. I like that.
Give me this, and then also give me Pitt Penn State at PNC Park.
Ooh, maybe Heinz.
Mhm.
That would be nuts.
That would
Pitt
whip.
Penn State outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that'd be
Mhm.
good. But like Texas and is Oklahoma good at volleyball?
Does it matter?
I actually
so.
don't.
I mean, I don't.
Texas is like a contender for championships. I
Well, yeah,
don't think Oklahoma's quite on their level.
Okay, but I mean, like play it in the Cotton Bowl,
That would be good.
not Jerry World. The Cotton Bowl.
No, they
It
should
looks
play it
like-
in Jerry World.
It looks like they're
No.
like middle of the road volleyball. Like they've made the tournament a couple times, but usually out in the
Okay.
first round.
They're
I mean, like Oklahoma is like based like softball, like power though.
Yeah,
On the
Just do
women's sports side.
Texas A&M.
that'd be fun.
Oh my God! Yeah. Do
If
that.
it needs a rap anthem, I'll do it.
Jordan, no one is asking for a rap anthem.
Jordan is just offering rap.
I've got my
anthems.
cow here.
They have-
His name is
They have
Devo.
Big X the plug for this.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Texas has no shortage of.
Yeah, they got
There
enough
are
rappers. They
so
don't
many
need your help, Jordan.
rappers.
They don't need your help, Jordan.
Other interesting women's sports news. The Big South has announced they are the first D1 conference that will sponsor women's flag football.
Yay!
Yeah,
They
way to
already
go,
have
Big South.
5 schools,
Yeah.
including Gardner Webb, USC Upstate, UNC Asheville, Radcliffe, and I can't remember the fifth. one.
Bradford.
Radford,
Radford,
and
not Radcliffe. thank you.
Radford.
Yeah,
Mind you.
Radcliffe is from The Fall and Rise of Reggie Jenkins.
So Radford is a historically women's college. It
Yes.
went co-ed in 1972.
Love the Highlanders.
But I am like just super into the fact that we've got like a historically women's college that has women's flag football now. Like, just
Mhm.
love this. Love everything about it. More of this. Bryn Mawr women's flag football when?
Oh my God.
The Seven Sisters playing flag football? Yes, please.
There's a rowdy tee for Radford at home field. I need to buy this, but there is it looks like Elmo's dad.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need
Oh
to
my
buy
God.
that. I need to do that. I need to buy the Elmo's dad Radford Highlander shirt.
Yeah, you do.
Rowdy. I need it.
The other conference that is going to be playing women's flag football is the Conference Carolinas
Nice.
in D2, I believe.
They're in talks with the Big 12. The NFL and the Big 12 are in talks to bring flag football to the Big 12 also. Women's flag football to the Big 12. With like linking up with the NFL. So that would be like the first power conference. All for it. we will post about it too. We, the committee is around. We're posting about it. We will promote it. Hell yeah, more football. I don't care if it's flag.
I'm gonna get yelled at if I don't say this. NAIA has had women's flag football as a varsity sport since 2021. Our NAIA fans always get pissed when I leave them out of things for good
Sorry,
reason.
NAIA, we love you too.
Yes.
We love the NAIA. The hard part for us is like to try to find it, which we will find it, and it's just that there's just so much stuff.
Also,
man.
we have squirrel brain.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, the D3 conference, the Atlantic East Conference, is also sponsoring women's flag football.
Hell yeah.
That's going to include teams such as, let's see if there's anything here we would recognize. I believe Gallaudet is part of them.
Hell yeah.
The
Penn State,
Gallaudet gals?
Penn State Schuylkill?
Schuylkill, don't hurt yourself.
Schuylkill. They're going to be doing women's flag football.
Okay.
Nice. Schuylkill.
Eastern University in St. David's, PA.
Oh God! Oh,
Cedar Crest in Allentown.
Yep.
Okay, some of these.
Yeah.
So this is going to be good.
I didn't realize Eastern was in a town called St. David's because I know broadly speaking where Eastern is, but you said St. David's and I was like, where the fuck is that? So. Anyway,
this is going to be great. I mean, this is going to be this is all get set up before the Olympics in 2028 when there will be flag football as part of the Olympic events. The NFL is spending money on this, which is great, and supporting these programs. And I think that this is going to be a good addition for the emerging sports in NCAA. I'm excited about it.
I don't feel like it would take that much to have a flag football team. Like money wise from the university to support one, I don't think it will take.
No, I mean, especially if you already have like
fields.
Like if you have football or even soccer, you already have a field. You don't have to buy pads. You don't have to like. It's not like hockey.
Facilities. Yeah.
You're good to go. Which is great, and I think more should support it. I mean, we this is great. I love it. I love the idea. I love more flag teams, and it's more women's sports. I mean, if they want to do men's flag football too, I mean, it's coming up in the Olympics.
Yeah.
2027, 2028. I mean, you got to have a good team. And
isn't RG3 saying he wants to be quarterback?
Sure.
How old is he?
Not that old.
He's younger than what you think. I think.
Yeah, like he's younger than what you might think because his NFL career wasn't all that long.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's older than the typical football player, and
36.
he's not been playing football for a minute.
Yeah,
he's 36 now.
Yeah.
Like, think about how many 38-year-old, even at the quarterback position, especially when you consider that, like, his big asset would be his legs, right? Like, not that he was bad at throwing the ball, but I don't. Even the best mobile quarterbacks, I don't think a lot of them make it to 38. Like he retired for a reason as well. Like there's a reason he didn't keep playing.
It looks like he is actively competing for a spot on the roster.
I mean, good for him.
Mm-hmm. Next up, do you like pina coladas?
I think we have established that we do like pina colada.
We do like them.
Podcast. Yeah.
West
Especially
Virginia
games.
baseball is playing a pina colada game. Arthur, what is a pina colada game?
It's like when you're playing a team that's in your conference, but it's a non-conference game.
And tonight, we have West Virginia, who's playing Arizona in a non-conference game in baseball. Basically, they were already out to play Arizona State, and they weren't scheduled to play Arizona this year because they don't play round-robin schedule of the Big 12. So while they were out there, they just tied it on. There you go. The more you know.
Might as well.
Did you all realize, we talked about this on the podcast, I think, but did we remember that we are sending human beings to circle the moon tomorrow, probably?
Yes, we did talk about this because it was supposed to happen earlier in March or in February. And I was like, did we talk about this? And everyone was like, no.
So apparently there's an 80% chance it happens tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're sending people back to the moon, guys.
We are sending Artemis 2. This is NASA on the SLS with the Artemis capsule. They will be going to the moon, circling around the moon, and coming home. This is sort of what they did on Apollo 10, basically.
Mhm.
They're using a
Making
different
sure
orbit.
everything works okay.
Right. They're using a different orbit than they did on Apollo 10. It's a different orbit. Don't want to talk about that. It's not necessary. But the idea is that they're going to launch them into normal, like around Earth space. They're going to test things out, and then they're going to go to the moon and come back. These astronauts will be further away from Earth than any other human has ever been, because they're going on the orbit is a very elliptical one, so it sends them way far out around the moon.
Except in the movies.
Yeah, except in the movies, yes. Except in For All Mankind, which is a show that the full cast got me onto, and now I've watched, and it is a fever dream of a fucking show.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it either, but I listened to the full cast episode about it, and that was enough.
Guns on the Moon,
you
guys.
Caught up on everything, and my husband watched it while it was airing, and is like watching it now, and caught me up on like what was happening as it was happening. And there's still so much that like the full cast covered that also he did not cover, because that show is just crazy. Also, give Sally Ride a gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give Sally Ride a gun.
Yeah.
Sounds
Why
great.
not?
No.
We got the menu.
Sally
for the
Ride or
Artemis-
Die.
That's
I mean,
right.
they sent her to space with 100 tampons. The least they could do
That's
is
true.
also give her a gun.
Sorry.
Also, Sally Ride or Die is my new roller derby name. It's going
Okay.
to replace my former roller derby names of Napoleon Born to Party
Okay.
and License to Ill.
Sally
both
Rough
good.
Rider.
Kim Jong Il.
Oh
No,
yeah.
Sally Ride. You had it right the first time. Sally
Okay.
Ride or Die is.
Sally
mean,
Ride or
Sally-
Die.
Sally Ride or Die.
I like Sally Rough Rider for like specifically if you are doing a roller derby team in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that if you come out to DMX.
That's right. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Stop.
But you
Drop.
have to come out to Huey
Shut them down. Open up shop.
Now, listeners, this mission cannot land on the moon.
Can't do
Apollo 10 could have. They had all the equipment with them to land on the moon. They did not.
Just in case.
This mission cannot land on the moon because they do not have a way to get from the space capsule to the moon and back.
No, they're just everybody gets to, there's 4 people in here and they get to hang out in a capsule that's like approximately twice the size of a minivan for 10 days.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're sending our first Canadian
Oh.
to the moon.
Oh.
We're sending our first woman to the moon.
Woohoo! Well, to go around
Finally!
the moon.
To go around the moon,
Yeah.
right?
But yeah, took long enough.
Right? Jesus Christ.
We did get their crew menu. More than 189 unique items. I'm not going to read all of them because they're not that interesting. I do want to mention that there are 5 different levels of hot sauce.
Okay.
So it's like a
Good.
Thai restaurant.
Well, it's 5 different hot sauces. It doesn't specify that they differ in spiciness level.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I assume they do.
I mean, I would imagine that they do, but I do think that it's worth because like you've got hot sauces that are approximately the same in terms of like spice ranking, but they have
Yep.
different applications, right? Like you're not
Like
you don't
Tallulah and Tapatio.
right or sriracha. I would put in like broadly the same spice ranking.
Sriracha,
But I don't
sambal.
apply it. Yeah. Yeah.
5 different hot sauces.
The thing that I don't
What I'm hearing is
understand
send
here-
Crystal to the moon.
Yeah,
Ah,
obviously.
I mean, it's not going to be Crystal though. It's going to be Tabasco,
I know, but
which
I-
is
I would
fine.
hope- I hope somebody advocated for Crystal,
I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
because I
they
would.
didn't ask me, but yeah, Crystal's good. Yeah, there's definitely going to be. Yeah, I would think like an Asian hot sauce, Cajun hot sauce, a
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Mexican hot
Tabasco,
sauce.
Tallulah,
Yeah,
sriracha.
Do we need to send that many things?
Yes.
yes.
Don't
can eat
ask
the
how
same
many
food
hot
for 10
sauces I
days.
have in my home.
I
I
don't
can eat
think
the
you
same food
would.
for 10 I get the same for 10 days.
The thing that I have questions about more than this is that we're sending 4 people to space for 10 days and we're only sending them 43 cups of coffee.
That's
That's
not
it?
a lot.
That's not enough coffee.
That's nowhere near enough coffee.
I'm not sure that 43 cups of coffee is enough coffee for me for 10 days.
Mhm.
That's a
Three
pro-
cups.
That's what is it? That's approximately 1 cup of coffee per person per day.
That's not enough coffee.
That's all you get. Well, they
I have
got
at
green
least
tea.
2
They got
myself.
green tea. That can help.
I feel like being in space, you should be exempt from the rules that banned original Four Loko.
Thank you.
Four
You should be able
Loko
to
in
just
space.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm already in
Oh my
space.
God.
Let me just get absolutely fucked up. It's fine.
I just flip it over and no
What
gravity.
am I gonna do? Where am I going?
It's
I
true.
don't know. I'm just
I can't
spinning
go
around.
anywhere.
Can't go anywhere.
If you're blasting dubstep while you're getting crunk on Thor Loco, can you hear it from outside the capsule? No, right?
Probably
No.
not. No.
But if you
There's
put
no
your ear
sound
against the
in
capsule,
space.
you could hear it. You could hear it, the vibrations.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I just imagined like this capsule blaring music while everyone's getting drunk on Thor Loco.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do when you're
They're just
wasted on
they're
Four Loko?
You know what they're doing though? Like 100%, if I'm in space getting wasted on an OG Four Loco, we are listening to Like a Party on loop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm blasting Sexy and I Know It.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good
I mean, it was the prime
good
era of
opportunity.
LMFAO.
It's a good opportunity for Eurovision, and it is a particularly good opportunity for the Eurovision song that is literally about going to space.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. You're absolutely right.
What if Leica never
Artemis
died and she spins around
astronauts-
us still and she's having a party in the air and she always will?
Mhm.
Yeah. Artemis astronauts, if you want my Eurovision Eurotrash Club Bangers playlist, get at me.
Which you do.
You're running out of time.
At NASA. They're sending 5 Canadian products, I assume for the Canadian, because no American would eat that garbage.
Jordan,
I assume
Coffee Crisp.
they're sending 58 tortillas. And our sauces
That
include
sounds like
maple
it.
syrup,
Yes.
chocolate spread, peanut butter, hot sauce, spicy mustard, strawberry jam, honey, cinnamon, and almond butter.
More tortilla than coffee.
Yeah.
And like I like tortilla. I understand tortilla as a good space food because it's like bread but with fewer crumbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like more tortilla than coffee?
Idea. Caffeinated tortillas.
Okay.
I mean, we already got protein
TM.
tortillas.
Caffeinated tortillas. Let's see if that's on the market.
I feel
wait.
I feel like some college student somewhere has to have had this thought already.
Oh, 100%.
Why wouldn't they be listening to Planet of the Bass in space?
That
Oh,
would
you
be
would.
good too.
That'd be good, yeah.
Oh, where's that? Where's my playlist with Planet of the Bass on it?
Planet of the Bass.
Let's see here. How much
Somebody made a whole playlist called "Women Are My Favorite Guy." Listeners, you
Yeah.
can search for it, and it has like '90s dance music, and
Oh, it's
starts
perfect.
off with "Planet of the Bass" because
Okay,
it's the
so-
most '90s dance song ever.
if I buy powdered caffeine, make my own tortillas, this might work.
Make my own caffeinated tortillas.
Caffeine
Yeah.
is very bitter, is the thing about this, and so it's gonna
Mhm.
make the tortillas taste like shit.
This is this
Yeah,
was
like
the problem
protein tortillas taste like shit. Like
when they tried to make deep fried caffeine at the state fair. They had to put it in
Mhm.
like lemon curd
Mhm,
to make it not taste like shit. You're right.
mhm.
Okay, we'll think about this. Put a pin in this one, guys, for future. Hey, Andrew, when you're listening to this, talk to me. Let's talk about caffeinated tortillas as an option.
Let's put the vision board together.
Yeah.
Caffeinated tortillas.
Yeah. There is a pie chart here, not of pies, but what will satisfy the crew's sweet tooth. Most of the crew members are going for cookies or chocolate. Some are going for cake, candy coated almonds, cobbler, and then a small, I assume one dude is into pudding. Now, when they say pudding here, do they mean like pudding or British pudding? Is this a Canadian thing that I don't know?
No, I'm assuming that we're doing pudding in North American English here.
yeah, snack packs in space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Artemis 2, have they started fueling it yet? No, they start fueling it tomorrow morning. By the time you listen to
Right
this,
now-
you'll know how Artemis 2 goes. If it goes badly,
Yeah.
we'll cut this whole thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, listen. All I'm just imagining. Do you remember the opening to Billy Madison, where he's waiting for the bus, or he's getting ready for his first day, and he has to have his snack pack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining the Artemis astronauts like making sure that they have their snack packs for going to space.
The last food thing I want to talk about, besides the fact that the Hartford Yard Goats are just killing it this year in terms of their food, they got all sorts of great shit. It's not even wacky food; it's just good stuff. Pit Girl, at some point, we'll send you with a credit card.
Yep, that's fine. I will the next time I go see Obnoxiously Pit Parents, we can all go see the Yard Goats and I will submit an expense report after the fact.
Whee!
The Yankees have a mini dessert chicken bucket.
Huh.
But it's not chicken.
Chicken, air quotes.
It is a drumstick shaped ice cream with a chocolate covered cookie bone center that you bite through. A coating of white chocolate and candied cornflakes served in a souvenir mini chicken bucket.
This is upsetting, and it is particularly upsetting because there are no flats.
But it's supposed to be drumsticks, though, right?
I know.
But
They heard drumstick the ice cream and took it too literally.
Yeah, but flats are the superior chicken.
Really?
Yes.
I'm holding out for a version of this that's boneless chicken.
Wait, but like for a drumstick, flats would be better for ice cream?
As a shape.
But it looks like chicken. I'm just making my chicken opinions known.
Oh.
What if they made these, but they looked like the chicken nugget shapes? Like, what are they? The ball, the bone, the thumb, the boot, whatever, those chicken nugget shapes. We all know the chicken nugget shapes, right?
Yes, yes.
Not by name.
Not by name, no. I just I know some are like
They're
shaped differently
nuggies.
than the other ones.
But
it's the bell, ball, bone, and boot.
Yes, there is a specific, like the McDonald's nuggies have specific shapes.
Okay, I'll have to look this up. McDonald's nuggets shapes?
Yeah, I just dropped it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 4 shapes. Today you learned.
I mean, I do have a preference.
What's your preference?
I'm kind of a boot person.
It's the
That's
boot.
like my favorite.
It's
My
the
favorite
boot.
one. I could get.
It's best
I
for
can get.
dipping.
Boot's the best one.
It's the best
Yeah.
for the dipping. Like I can get it all up in there in the sauce container.
What's the worst one?
I don't think there's a bad one.
I think the ball is probably the worst one.
The ball's
know,
tough. If the ball's
like
too
them
wide
all.
and you can't get it in the thing.
Yeah,
Can't get
I
it in
like
the
them all
dipping
better
sauce.
than regular wings because I don't have to worry about bones.
It's true.
Oh,
YouGov did a poll about people's favorite chicken nugget shapes. The boot did win.
yeah.
The ball was last.
Yeah.
The people have spoken.
I mean,
We are the voice of the people.
We've
I
often
didn't
said
even
that.
know that there was like names of McNugget shapes. That's
Yeah, that's gonna sit with me.
today
A
I
while.
learned names of McNugget shapes.
Boot.
Yeah, I was always going for the boot or the bone. I have those are the ones that I attack. Yeah.
Speaking of McDonald's, if I may briefly derail the podcast,
Oh,
Please.
because Bridget informed me
Why?
and Beth of this while we were
My
recording
husband
earlier.
he just kept sending me things.
Huntrix.
Like, oh, they have this. Oh,
Yep.
there's also this. Oh, there's this
Huntrix
too.
meal.
And I'm just like
Huntrix
screaming
meal.
in the group chat, ladies.
Yeah,
Are you like I said, my 3-year-old girl, all about K-pop Demon Hunters.
I
let him
am
know.
going
Tell
to
him
go
what's
to
up.
McDonald's tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I might sneak McDonald's while my kid's not there
the
to ask for
past
McDonald's again.
The past 4 days, the 3-year-old girl has just asked for nuggets and fries
Uh-huh.
wise woman
for dinner. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's not there
You have
yet.
my kid as well. Because
Yeah,
that's
It's
all
not
he
there
wants.
yet.
What do you want
girl
for dinner?
dinner.
Pizza. What do you want for dinner? McNuggets. What do you want for dinner? Pizza. What do you want for dinner? McNuggets.
girl dinner. Also,
girl
she's all
dinner.
about pasta though lately.
Also, if
I
you
wish I could
have
have
a child who would like McNuggets for dinner, you can get the Huntrix meal, which is 10-piece McNuggets with new Hunter sauce and Damon sauce, ramyun McShaker fries, and a drink, and like photo cards and stuff.
I would the very K-pop photo cards. People are going to
Uh-huh.
trade them. It's going to be a bloodbath. There's also did we mention the Derpy McFlurry? Because
We have not.
That's super going to happen. Like that is
What's the Derpy
that is-
McFlurry?
It's
I
Derpy.
have to pull it
Derpy
up.
Tiger has a McFlurry
Okay.
made with berry popping pearls for magical burst. It's a sweet sidekick to add to any order.
Order one, Derpy style.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
there is a Saja Boy. The Saja Boys have a breakfast thing. The Saja Boys breakfast meal is a spicy Saja McMuffin, hash browns, and a soda pop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget the fact that they got their soda pop.
Derpy Hooves was one of my favorite My Little Ponies.
That does not surprise me.
I dropped Derpy in the chat.
Oh, I just saw it.
Yeah, I love Derpy.
Okay. I'm learning.
Every once in a while, I forget that you were a brownie, and then you remind us.
Yeah, my husband was too. So were a lot
Okay.
of our friends who left something awful, and
Yeah, if you were on the internet at a certain time, you just sort of just
yeah, I just sort of
Consumed it.
I absorbed it. Mostly when my husband showed me the episode, where Twilight Sparkle is behind on a deadline, and she's
Mhm.
about to be late, and he showed it to me while I was in grad school, and he's like, "That's you."
Oh no!
It's called Lesson Zero. If you want to watch it.
I will not
it's a
be
great
watching
it's a
that
great
as a
episode.
current grad student. Absolutely not. No, thank
Uh-huh.
you. I do
It's a
not
great
wish to
episode.
be attacked at this time. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him his thoughts.
We mentioned it earlier, but today we had some of the final matches of the World Cup qualifiers today.
Boy,
Italy and
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Bosnia wins it in extra time and on penalties. Czechia beats Denmark in penalties in extra time. That one was.
Shall we take a moment to note the fact that this is now the third World Cup in a row that Italy has not qualified for?
Yeah, they haven't been the one
Just
in
bring it
since
up again,
2000
just in case people
2014.
missed it the first time.
Just want to make sure people know.
When Pitbull dropped his last great World Cup anthem.
If you, like me, were at Irish dance class with your child and you missed this game and you had to catch up on it via the internet to see that Italy lost, it was great.
I feel like Italy is a Winter Olympics country now.
They're a baseball country.
And baseball country.
Baseball country,
Baseball.
Winter Olympics. They've gotten
Rugby.
better at.
They're okay at
I
rugby.
think they got problems. Italy just like in their soccer system. My mom's side of the family, full-blooded Italian. Full disclosure, they have a lot of problems in Serie A, and they also have a lot of problems in their youth system. And them missing the World Cup. Will they address the problems? I mean, they won the Euro in between here, which is weird as hell.
Yeah.
But like, will they address it? It's just like, it seems like they're not letting the youth play that much in Serie A, which they're probably going to have to reevaluate some things. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Italians are known for even keeled, thoughts and they
Famously
don't have
very
any tempers
level-headed.
whatsoever. Very level-headed. They don't have any tempers. They don't
Really
overreact
think
to
things
anything.
through,
They
looking
do.
before they
They're very
lead,
slow, deliberate. So, they
rational,
we'll see what happens.
driven by reason.
Also, Turkey beat Kosovo, which means that Turkey is going to be in America's group, including Paraguay,
Turkey.
Turkey. I always say it wrong. Is it Turkey? Okay. Turkey, they're going to be in USA's group along with Australia and Paraguay, which that's a group of countries for sure. I was going to feel a lot better about Kosovo than the country whose name I cannot pronounce.
Turkey, yeah.
Turkey.
Turkey, thank you.
Yes.
We also had the Democratic Republic of the Congo is headed for Group K, and going on right now as we speak, Iraq and Bolivia are playing.
Yes.
It's 1-1 at half.
At half.
And the winner will go on to be in Group I. So after tonight, we will have all of our teams for the World Cup. Okay. I see Jaden, Ivy, and Daniel Dye are both unemployed.
All right. Yeah.
Do we really have to talk about Jaden Ivy?
Do I
look, I just want to say it is heartening to hear in the year 2026 that there are still consequences for some people for their actions. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
every so often I see the news. I don't turn on the TV anymore. I turn on the smartphone and I see the news and it's like, all of this bad stuff. And like, it just, you know, feels like a little bit of a victory that like, hey, there's still some things you can't say. There's still some consequences that people are going to face for saying them. And I just think that's something to celebrate.
Okay. Who's Daniel Dye?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, should I know who this is?
He is no longer a driver in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
That's why I don't know
For
who this is.
comments made on some sort of live stream. I had to like look up. There's some sort of like live stream shopping
Oh.
thing.
Oh, is this some sort of like epic gamer moment type situation?
Probably.
You could call it that. It's some sort of I don't know, but it was some live stream, and he said some things that are the reason that he's no longer a driver in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for Colleague Racing and Ram trucks. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's all right. Good
Okay.
for them. Not really.
I mean,
Well,
look,
good,
like-
good,
Not
good
for
for
them.
NASCAR and the NBA.
I would just say good for
holding people
consequences still
accountable for the
existing.
thing. Yeah, for
Yeah.
consequences,
Accountability.
especially when you speak up and use your platform to denigrate the platforms of others trying to lift up people who don't have a platform. Let's put it that way. When you speak out against things that are literally harmless and do nothing negative to your life.
Huh.
Pit Girl,
Yes.
the cinnamon roll burger
Yes.
is an all beef patty, Swiss cheese, bacon, and barbecue sauce served between two warm cinnamon rolls.
No.
I mean, that's what the
Where's-
money is for.
Where is this at?
The Hartford
What
Yard
are we?
Goats.
I will
Oh.
look.
Did
I
we
have
do all of the menu of the
I
Yard
have
Goats?
no.
I thought it was way more normal.
Oh,
I will not be eating that.
You
The
won't?
Hartford-
I will not. No.
Yeah, I'm not eating this either. This is
I'm not. No.
This is too much together. This
this
is doing
yeah.
the most. This is the most try hard shit.
This is a gimmick for the gimmick's sake.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a
I-
donut burger?
I want crime food that has appeal
Mm.
outside of being crime food. This is just crime food.
Right.
was the
Like you
one thing
remember
that
when
was
people started
donuts?
putting you're right. Like you remember when people started putting peanut butter on burgers
Yeah, it's
and
a
you
good
were
thing.
like, that feels crazy, but I can see it working. Explain
never
to me
had
how
it.
this works, because it doesn't.
Yeah, I need to be able to see the vision.
okay.
I don't see the vision here.
And right, I don't either.
Also, how
I
am I
never
supposed to
had that.
hold this? Have you ever tried to hold a cinnamon roll
not just one.
in
two.
my seat at a baseball game?
Absolutely the fuck not. No.
I'm gonna have to go wash my hands 17 times after this.
You're gonna need a lot
After
more
every single
napkins
bite.
than what they'll give
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
have to
the-
bring in a whole fucking thing of baby wipes just for my hands.
There are not enough napkins in the world.
There's not.
Pit Girl, deep fried Brussels sprouts coated with garlic Parmesan sauce. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hell
see, that's
yes.
good. I would house those right now.
What is this? What is bear balls?
I
No.
don't know. Let's see here. What is
I don't know,
bear
but
ball?
you know I'm all about bears.
Hey,
Bear balls food. They are
HR was
meat-
just about to make an HR violation, and I'm not gonna do so.
I don't know what bear balls are, man. Where are you seeing this?
I
said-
clicked the link that you dropped in here. It says Yard Goats introduce new wackiest, wildest menu items, and I scroll down. In this section, it says it's from the Bears. Also added I think it's meatballs wrapped in bacon and deep
Okay.
fried.
Would.
Okay. What?
See,
okay.
I would get down on those.
I mean, you had me at bear.
Deep
You had me
fried
at
corn.
balls.
Oh,
Let's go!
okay. Hold on. That's
Three
right. Hey, hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I read it wrong. The bear balls are deep fried cornbread with pulled pork, mac and cheese, smothered in cheese sauce and bacon.
Would.
Oh,
Still would,
I would
yes.
fucking destroy those. I have to send this
Yes.
to my husband. He loves cornbread.
Y'all, look at the cross section on the cinnamon roll burger. I just posted the cross section.
No.
I feel like I could make this work.
This
It's
is
gonna be
another
a
one that I
mess.
want to like hand off to Andy and be like, "Hey, make this not suck."
It's gonna be. Look. If you wanted to do that, I would think you could probably change up the bread. You can get like that breakfast bread.
Mhm.
That's like French
Mhm.
toast breakfast bread, and then make it
So
that
what
way,
I think what you do
like a
is you
patty
get
melt
the
style.
Japanese. So not like French toasty bread. You get the Japanese like Japanese white bread.
Okay.
Milk bread, yes.
You get milk bread, especially if you get Hokkaido milk pan. Like if you can get
Mhm.
Miruku pan, you can make this sing.
Arthur?
So there was a time, gotta be about more than 5, maybe 6 years ago. I got word that KFC was testing a partnership with Krispy Kreme near me, where they would give you a chicken sandwich in between 2 Krispy Kreme donuts.
How was that?
And the mess was just like the glaze just got too messy.
Yeah.
I'm just
But I
thinking
feel like
about it. I need a
looking
It's the
napkin.
glaze
at
that's the
this-
problem.
But looking at this cinnamon roll, I don't think this is a glazed cinnamon roll.
Mm-mm.
Like it just looks like kind of like maybe a cinnamon bread or some sort of thing like that.
So
Like
it still looks sticky to me is the thing. Because like
I think it would be manageable. You're gonna want to
If
wash
it's-
your hands anyway after eating a burger.
well, no, for sure. But like you know how you eat something and it's really sticky and you feel like you just want to wash your hands the whole time you're eating it?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how I would feel
what
about
I
that.
experienced
If
with
it was
the.
like even if it had like this like if the cinnamon was like stuck to it, like if it was still a little doughy, it would still feel gross.
When I say donut burger, are you thinking one donut cut in half or 2 donuts?
2 donuts.
2 donuts.
I mean, I would want one donut cut in half, but I know it's gonna be 2 donuts.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's pretty much
It was 2
split.
donuts at KFC.
Okay, it's 2 full donuts. Okay.
Oh, by the way, the thing that I thought were the bear balls were actually the moink balls.
Moink.
Moink.
I saw that too, and I
Moink.
just moink.
Moink. Yeah,
Moink.
which is the meatballs wrapped in
Moink.
bacon. They're
Moink.
the moink balls.
Moink. Moink.
The bear balls were the other thing with the
They are
pork mac
named
and cheese.
they are
Yeah.
named moo for beef. and
I
moink
would
for pork.
I would destroy both.
Moink.
Moink.
I would come up to you after if you had a thing of those, and you were just at the game. I'd walk by and just steal one and go moink.
Moink.
It's like
Moink.
moink,
Moink.
moink.